And good afternoon and welcome to the Stock Farm Technical Complex. My name is Jordan Luke and we are here for under 15 boys action. The Goodwill Runners are coming up against the Central Cooperative Credit Union Dublanc FC under 15. Our referee is Cassim Peltier, and we would firstly like to apologize for the delay in start of proceedings. That was due to some traffic trouble under the cliff experienced by the Dublanc team when they were here. We had been in contact with them for some time and we're just awaiting their arrival. But the teams are here and we are about to begin. Hopefully we'll be able to get our hands on the team sheets, so we'll be able to get that to you. Maybe that might be at halftime, or maybe we might be able to get it sooner. However, we are hopefully going to have an interesting game this afternoon. Good to see that the under 15 boys are still in action. We did have the under 14 boys participating in the CFU Challenge Series. They played 3 games, scored 3 goals, had 1 win and 2 losses. It's the overall performance was something to be commended. They did very well. They were able to create attacking opportunities. They acquitted themselves well. There were some good defensive attributes. Hopefully this is a team that will build even more for the future and we will be able to enjoy even more good football as time progresses. Teams are lining up. Dublanc seems to be shaping up in a back 3, possibly. Or it seems like a back 4-4-4-2. Lines are clear. And Goodwill Runners appear to be playing maybe a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, something of the sort. It seems like the referees are ready. And we are just about ready to start. And the game is off. Goodwill Runners beginning possession. Nice touch by the defender, good to see, good composure and confidence, and the ball goes forward and the through ball is cut out there. The young midfielder in a good position, but Dublanc able to keep possession as it would seem. And the ball goes forward, kept in play very comfortably there, allowing the player to come back onside. He had drifted off with a very good defensive stop, getting your body between the ball and the man. Ball goes out wide, showing too much to the defender. Dublanc able to keep the ball close. Through ball forward, tackle out of bounds. Throw in. The boys seem to be in high spirits this cool and breezy afternoon here at Stock Farm. Dominica, a place with a very, very lovely view, I must say. If you haven't been, you should come. And that ball is just shadowed out of bounds and it has a corner. So it seemed that the defender was not sure who had touched the ball last and actually ensured his opponent got a corner kick. Defenders need to do better. But again, at this age group, these are the type of things it's important to learn. And the ball comes in and the goalkeeper misses. However, it goes all the way through on the trot and it skims the top of the bar. And Dublanc almost taking an early lead there. Huh. Maybe the future will be even brighter for Dublanc. The young boys seem to be bright starters. Something that cannot always be said for the senior team. But a giveaway there. And the shots dribbles to the goal. But the poor clearance and Domi and Goodwill get away by conjunction. And he's driving forward. The number 19. And again, the 13 is able to get the ball away. Does a good job putting his body between the man and the ball. However, he has no option and just has to trap the ball out of bounds. And the ball will be a throw into Goodwill. The game is actually very condensed. A lot of the players are very close to each other. The lines have now seemed to blur into one. And the ball has gotten forward. He pulls it back, but gets inside of his man, keeps going. He's inside the box, and he misses the kick. He did a lot of good work. However, when it came to the moment of truth, he seemed to have just miskicked that ball there. And it's good to see that at least when the ball is being reset, the teams are at least trying to reset the lines. Dublanc, maybe not so much as Goodwill. Game looks very cramped. And the 50-50 leaves both players on the ground. But the teammate of the Goodwill Runnerz player is able to get it. And Goodwill Runnerz attacking 2, 3, 4. He gets around all of them. He gets into the box. He gets behind the man. But however, the ball is tackled out and it's gone for a corner. Of course, the coach wants a little more aggression there.
Russian! Too much time!
That was quite a good move by the young man. He went around 1, went around 2, 3, 4, 5. However, the 6th man just put enough pressure on him that he couldn't really release that ball, I guess, in the way that he wanted. Sometimes you have to do it how you get it and not how you want it. And the very poor corner, they're very low. And Dublanc have 2 men on the rebound. And the ball is down his left, and they're driving forward. And gets away from the first defender. Easily gets around the second. He has help in the middle. And the recovering defender does come and pinch the ball back. However, there was some clear pulling on the part of the Goodwill Runnerz defender. And referee Kasim, that was a clear foul on the far side there. The player was clearly held back so that the ball could be pinched off him. Very good play. Dublanc on the recover from the transition, from the corner. A bit of time here taking over the ball. Referee just settled his wall. Not many men in the box, so this would seem like a shot would be coming in here from the number 13. He's had a good game so far, and the ball is high and over the bar. Seemed to be a lot of promise in that shot. However, it turned out to be a flat cook. Have you ever had a flat cook when you first see it checking? Boy, that's refreshing. And the ball given away there. Goodwill trying to build up, however, struggling to do so. But they have a very good forward line, and it pinches the ball.
Robert, you 2 man, before the ball.
And the ball is thrown down the line. And the foul is what there by the Goodwill Runnerz player. No one seemed to want to go for the ball. However, the number 7 is just running down to pick it up.
Eric,
Raven up. Yes, in between, come that way.
The ball comes in. It bounces kindly and it's blocked by the defender. And clearance by committee. Dublanc doing it in style and they eventually get away with the ball. And definitely a foul there by the number 10. Referee very lenient here, allowing play to, just could see that the player was just trying his best to stop the play, and the ball given away into midfield, just passed to no one really. But the Dublanc formation is very disjointed, but the defender is caught on the ball. The attacker applied a lot of pressure there. Throw it, take it quickly. And the ball is kept. Some good touches here by the young Dublanc players, but they seem to be a bit careless with the ball, take a bit too much time on the ball. And the ball is kept in, but it's tackled away and eventually given back. Philip, the players are really aggressive and another player steps on the ball. But the ball eventually comes to the Goodwill Runnerz and it's kept lost and down the field. Dublanc defenders are very composed on the ball, I must say. They do try to take their time, they don't just clear the ball out. And another 50-50 that the Dublanc team escapes with. But the defender there comes back, settles the danger, and with 2 steps, the Goodwill Runnerz are out. However, the ball just a little bit too far for the winger. A throw in. Ball seems to have taken a deflection. Good throw in and a missed touch there. Hard luck. And offside is the call. Very good side there by referee Peltier. She didn't see his official rather early. And wasted no time. Ball is restarted. And the players just stopped there. I guess they were waiting, expecting the referee to make a call. And the player making a more difficult pass. He had a man wide open, but the player has a lot of speed and almost got there. Long kick by the keeper. Touch. Dublanc able to keep possession. 50-51 there. The attackers seem to be getting the better of the 50-50s. And the ball left too much short to the defender. And the ball is won back. And a missed touch there. The boys do have some good intentions. They're trying to be clean on the ball. They're just, some of the techniques just not coming off. I guess the pressure of the game, but a lovely attempted pass almost got through. A lot of pressure being applied there by the defender, and eventually he hustles the ball out. Very good play there by the young defender, and just keeping the danger at bay. Foul through seemed to be the call. Player running there while taking the throw was not planted. Good to see the laws of the game being enforced properly, especially in matches like this. These are where the players will learn the rules of the game. And the referees are having a good game. And not necessarily that it matters, but it's good to see that the players are exposed to the appropriate level. As you can see, the player is not aware that for a fall through, the ball goes to the other side because he seems a bit lost. But then he's caught himself, and the throw comes in rather robotically. Dublanc, the lines are very jumbled again. Difficult to play like this, however, they're making the most of it. They seem to be a very skillful little team, very brave challenge going in there. Player taking his time. and then too much time. Composure in the defense again. Ball being still across, and they're coming across a la boots, and a long ball goes forward. I think Mr. Bertrand definitely maybe part of the development of some of these players, or just maybe the Dublanc style. However, the ball goes forward, and Runnerz defending half-heartedly, and the ball scores! The number 7 there chipping the ball over the goalkeeper. Unexpected shot coming in. I thought the defender had the situation covered. However, the number 7 came in. It is a team sport, 2 versus 1, over 1 versus 1, and Dublanc were able to steal an early goal here against their opponents. 1-0. 1-0. Oh my word. Was definitely not expecting that one to nestle into the bottom, in the top corner like that. But it definitely seems that if you don't buy a ticket to the lottery, you never ever become a winner. Goodwill may take this as a wake-up call. Reverse pass into the midfield didn't work. Good turn there by the number 12. And Dublanc trying to find their way out. Ball goes out to the fullback. However, he eventually tackles the ball out for a throw-in. And a very nice ball forward there. And a good retreat. Yes, very good move there. And the ball is left. However, they eventually get it out wide. And the ball switched. However, the young man there was there. It seemed that he just lost his foot in there, lost his focus, because that was definitely the way the ball had to be played, and he just seemed to be a little bit sleepy. Got caught off guard and the ball went out, and Dublanc has now been given the ball back. Goodwill rushing the play a bit. And the tackle lets the pass go. Again, the players just try to dribble before they pass. Despite them being helped, a lot of the players, a lot of the intention is to dribble first. The ball hooked back into no one. No one really attacking the ball, and the defender again composed, heads the ball back. And the Goodwill midfield unable to do anything really with the ball. And Dublanc's carrying the ball forward. Waiting for his man. However, offside is the call. They waited a bit too long. Probably could have moved the ball on a little sooner. Just to remind you, it's 1-0. Goal scored by the number 7, the right winger for Dublanc. That's where he's stationed right now. One of the smaller players on the field. Good call there by the goalkeeper. And he plays that ball out wide. And Goodwill able to get away. But a good job there by the goal scorer, tracking back, unable to deliver the same force into the strike. Goodwill trying to keep possession.
Open your hands, open your hands, open your hands. Nice in.
And a good job of shielding there by the defender. The number 4 is having a good game. I think he will need to have a good game, the left central defender, if Dublanc is to survive. The attacking players, some of the attacking players for Dublanc for Goodwill, seem to be very aggressive. number 10, the number 19, who seems to be playing midfield, seems to be getting forward a lot. And the ball comes across, and the number 10 is able to pick it up. And he finds his teammate, the number 19, and he takes a shot, and it hits the post. Wow, that was an immaculate shot. Very good turn into the box, getting away from the defense and taking a strike one time. Definitely seemed to make contact there. However, the play continues, and the block. And number 12 pinches the ball, and he keeps going. A lot of effort being put in there. And Dublanc able to keep the ball, flicked around his defender, drives down the line, keeps going there into the box now. And Dublanc able eventually to Goodwill. Eventually, and he gets around the man. Composure shown by Dublanc, just slowing the ball down. Very good by the number 24, the right back, doing what the right back should, slowing down the game. And the ball comes in, makes it all the way to the striker. Defender bumped in the back there. And the ball kept in on the line. The goal scorer crosses the ball in one time. The ball bounces. It's in the box, it's loose. And eventually he's able to win a foul. Doing some good work there, showing that he's not just an attacking player. He can get back and do some dirty work as well. That's good. Ball goes forward. Good thigh control. The midfielders are making a run, and a beautiful run they're made in behind, but the defense is there. And in combination, the centre-backs are able to get the ball out. Very good job there by the centre-back pairing. One had to go in, one had to cover, and they eventually did it by committee. Again, 2 versus 1 is always easier than 1 versus 1. Good job there by the... Again, I think that is going to be a key matchup. The attackers versus the central pairing. They seem to be a very tall pairing. Foul judge. The assistant referee just marking out the distance for the wall. Seems that no one is going to be standing in front of the ball and the goal. And we restart. The ball comes in, pacey ball, but it's cleared at the front post. And the backheel clearance almost works, but the 50-50 does. And Dublanc able to get away. And a step over gets him around his man. And he's driving forward. And he tries to cut back, however. 3 versus 1. Almost impossible to get away. And the tackle there by the number 25 has 1 possession back for his team. Well, 24, sorry, the right back. All the way on the far side. Throw-in taken. And the midfielder unable to keep possession. If I do have one comment about this Dublanc team, I would like to see them play with some more space. They played very compact, even in attack. In defense, it's very good, but in attack, they do need to give themselves a little more space. And the central defender does a very good job of just getting that ball away. The attacker showed no intensity really to get on the end of that assist. The throw comes in, off the chest, cleared away, and the coach will be able to stop that. A new thrower. The tackles seem to be a bit too long there. I saw the pass he was trying going crossfield, but the player would have been the judge offside, and the ball just a bit too firm behind the man. Good control shown there. Try to be a bit too composed, and the midfielder is able to get away with the ball and does a very good job of escaping his opponents, and the ball is pushed forward there to the goal scorer. Does a very good dummy, but just is a bit too small. The size difference between him and the defender made all the difference, and the defense is only able to give the ball away. Clearance comes in, attempted cross, I should say, comes in. However, it only goes out for a goal kick. Did not even cross the 6-yard box.
Number 10. That way. Hey.
And Goodwill Runnerz just seem to be missing a few touches on the ball, and the ball breaks here, and the number 16 is giving it his all. However, his all just isn't enough. Good effort made by the young man. Even if he felt that he wasn't going to make it, he kept running all the way. That's all you can ask for, really. The ball bounces, and oh, beautiful touch here. The Dublanc players really have some very good technique. The touch is a bit too silky at times. The ball seems to get stuck under them. But again, very good one-touch passing. And they're not afraid to dribble and get around their man. And he gets through! And it's out! After all that hard work, Dublanc simply plays the ball wide. I expected the player to put the ball between the goalkeeper's legs or above his head, but he went for the unselfish play and looked for his teammates, who was not at all in the slightest expecting such a high quality pass at that time. Beautiful play by Dublanc. I must say the one-touch passing, the movement, I think maybe that could be the reason. I think, and this is something in football where it should always be understood that the opinion of the opinions are just that. The coaches do have their style and the team has their way of playing. And it seems that playing close together allows the Dublanc team to do just this. Trap the ball on defense, retain a similar shape, and when they get the ball on attack, they can create these quick combinations where they're dribbling together. It's almost like a dribble by committee. Very interesting technique, tactic, I should say, being used by the Dublanc team, because I've noticed it a few times. They don't really pass the ball, but they will let the ball go if they dribble it, which is not really normal. Very interesting thing to notice, trend to notice in this game. And the ball comes in, the player's attacking, he attacked a bit too straight there, and he still is able to keep it in bounds. And he crosses it behind the goal. And this is half time. 1-0 is the score. It's been a very entertaining first half, I must say. The young boys are giving it their all. Both teams are playing a very interesting brand of football. Goodwill just seem to be unable to string their passes together, as Dublanc have been able to string their dribbles. And it's half time. And we're back. The game has restarted. Just a quick halftime break and the tackle goes in. And no foul is the call. So let's just go over the starting lineups quickly. Davio, Daniel, Luvan, Almond, number 8, Robert Gabriel. This is Dublanc team. Number 6, Rejan Joseph. Number 24, Imani Etienne. 13, Dwayne Shillenford. 25, Caden Bruno. Number 7, the goal scorer, Maiden Charles. 17, Eric Philogen. 12, Shadmark Joseph. And 11, Rivaldo Bruno. And the shot comes in there, blocked. Defender putting his body in front of the ball there. And the ball eventually gets away. Another firm 50-50 goes in there. And Goodwill able to coolly and calmly get the ball back. However, there seemed to have been a push in the back. And let's go over the Goodwill Runnerz lineup. Jaden George, Cavante Del Sol. Caden George is 17, Cavante Del Sol 15. Sheldon Bruno 10. Nikwan Johnson 11. Alejandro Tulo 20, sorry. Imani Eli 16. Giovanni Iglesias 4. Talandas Reed 6. And the defense is able to just get that away. Let's wrap it up quickly. Thailand, Theophil 19. Yuri Matos, and the ball breaks away and he gets in and it hits the side, nets in. Very good ball played there by Nikon Johnson. Shilon Seaman just unable to get that one. Able to get that one in. Raven Murphy is number 14. And Ronijo Christophen is number 13 for the Goodwill Runnerz. And they have the ball on the far side. Gets around his man, but only goes out of bounds. Robert Gabriel, the captain. And there were no subs at halftime. I should also mention that. So the starting lineups, the teams are as they started. Ball goes on the line. Remarkably stays in play. A long way. If the attacker had went off in the beginning, Rivaldo Bruno, if he had gone down the field, he probably would have been able to get that. However, he was a bit too slack there. Fall throw. And back again. It's a fall to fall, throw to throw. Let's see if Goodwill Runnerz can get it right this time. They seem to have done that. And the ball chipped forward there. It's trying to be played in the middle. And the ball goes all the way through. And immediately, Maiden Charles is giving him almighty task. And it just seemed a bit too much for him. And the ball goes back. And cleared out of bounds. No chances taken there. Taken there by Yuri Matos. Yuri clearing that ball out immediately. Maiden Charles seemed to fall through there. Goodwill Runnerz now able to Alejandro Tulo with the throw in. And a good combination play there, searching out Thailand Theophil. Theophil unable to get it, and the ball is cleared there eventually by Almond. And the foul given there. There was a clear stamp on the back of the player. Dwayne Shillingford, a bit of a wayward free kick taken by Shillingford there. They thought that was a play that would have had some promise. Goodwill Runnerz sprinting the ball to the other side, and the ball eventually gets forward to Thailand. And Thailand with the lovely dummy there, and Shillingford with the good cover wins the ball back, finds his teammates in midfield there. But Jose seems to have lost the ball, and eventually the foul is conceded there. And the ball comes back, and there definitely seemed to be a handball infringement there, but the linesman just indicating that it happened outside of the box.
Where you going?
I think that call was definitely, it seems like the referee looked to see if the assistant had would indicate where the foul had happened, and the assistant did not run back. Very high and wide. Another disappointing, I would say, set piece. The players look very confident on their approach to the ball, but their delivery just needs probably a little bit more practice. If they take 20 shots, they need to probably try 40. It takes a number of repetitions to become a master at something, somewhere to the tune of 40,000. So I would think they probably need to step up their approach to that number. However, the ball comes in and it's eventually played back. And the ball eventually comes to Thailand, and he gets around his man, and the shot comes in, but it's blocked there by the defender. And it's ninjas. Kicks are flying, and a goal kick is the outcome. Control, trying to make the reverse pass there. However, the defense seemed to be aware. Goalkeeper doing a good job of letting his defenders know that there were players on the back post, and a good job by the defender of not letting that one get past him. Charles unable to get in control of that one. And what a last ditch tackle made by Yuri. And the ball out has sprung the runners, and the ball cross cut, really reckless challenger, and a foul is given immediately. There does not seem to be the intention of giving any cards to the offending player. And it seems that we are about to have our first substitution.
Oi, go in the middle now and flip your money.
One in front, one behind.
Back. Go in the back of him and your money step.
Ball comes in and comes off the keeper, but it's another corner.
Go inside.
Substitution.
Watch, it's
TJ James for Rivaldo Bruno. Rivaldo Bruno is the player being substituted, and TJ James is the one replacing him. Cross comes in here, nice looking ball, and cleared out there by the captain, number 8. Seems to have lost his shin guard again, but that has not prevented him. Robert Gabriel really throwing himself around. Brian Joseph and Leuven Elmon have also Leuven Elmon have also gotten themselves in and around the game. And again, good combination defending by Dublanc. Their tactic of playing close has really helped them. And there you almost had the ball coming through. And here they come again. A bit too much on the push, and the ball has gone out. Game moving on nicely here. Throw in coming in. Miss header, but Yuri is there. Back control only helps the opponent. And the ball is taken away by Shillingford. Shillingford cuts inside, and only Shillingford is there. Maiden Charles, only Maiden was there on the end of it. However, he was heavily outnumbered. Seems to be a 3-1 situation. Very difficult to win the ball in that situation, and the runners are able to run away with possession.
Let's go, come on out, Joe. Go.
Long ball. Nick one unable to turn. Gabriel is there again. Matos able to get the ball away, and the defender being brave there and getting away with the ball. Advantage being played, and the ball is down the field. However, it's easily taken away. Bruno trying to be a bit too confident. Nikon just trying to do too much with the ball, and eventually the foul is given by the official. He's allowing the boys to play. I think the boys should also understand if you're going to dribble a lot in a game, you need to expect to be kicked. Not every kick is going to be called. That's just how that type of gameplay works. So the player should also understand that they dribble at their own risk. Ball forward. Shillingford almost able to get the ball away. However, offside. Gabriel still not allowing the shot to come in. However, offside, a very early decision made there by the official. And it was clear as day that there was never going to be an opportunity at goal on that sequence of play.
Hey, do not pass the line right there, yeah.
Collisions are part of life. And you just have to understand sometimes you don't get the call your way. As some of the players are coming to understand in this game. And oh, that was a lovely attempted ball, but a good sight on the defense. He's all alone, but he chooses to cut back instead of go driving into the space. And possession is lost as a result. However, the ball really didn't have an intended target. And Dublanc is driving forward again. However, the double team and the triple teams are coming. And the dribbles are being stopped. But the players are very brave with the dribbles, I must say, and a very aggressive ball played there. And the player pushed in the back. Was that outside of the box? Yes, the assistant referee is stepping backwards as to say that infraction happened on the outside of the area. It does seem that one of the Goodwill players is down. He was stepped on. in the aftermath of the coming together, but I don't think it was anything intentional, and we should be able to get on shortly. Not a lot of time left to go here at the Stock Farm Technical Complex. It's been a good, entertaining game here put on by the young men. I think the one real bright spot in the game was, in fact, Maiden Charles, when he slapped the ball, top bins as they would say, and clearance there made by the Chillingford trying to escape. The pass was there, and if I do have a comment, I would have liked to see these young boys pass a little ball. The ball is on the wing, and again trying to go with the dribble, and the defender is able to get it out of bounds. The defenders have looked good, but that's because the attackers have given them a lot of opportunity to get in their faces. They have not used the passing aspect of the game as much. There seem to be a lot of players with a lot of good touch in this under-15 game, and they have decided to put it on display. Cross comes in. Chillingford almost gave away a penalty there, but eventually gets the ball cleared. Ball is blocked. And Dublanc is able to get away. Charles. A good job there, just shielding Maiden Charles off the ball. Maiden, really one of the smaller players on the field, really has tried to do his best for his team, and a very good control there made by the central defender. Definitely one of my contenders for man of the match, the number 4 for Dublanc. Let me just get his name for you here. It's Leuven Ilmond. I hope I have that name correct. Leuven and his partner Rajon, number 4 and number 6. As I said, that would have been a very important combination for the Dublanc team, and it really has turned out to be. They have really gotten themselves in and about and really kept Goodwill at bay. Goodwill has had a number of attacking opportunities, and Leuven and Rajon have done a very good job. Leuven there again, and Rajon is the one to sweep up. Very good in combination. You can see their young men mistake their commentators' skills as I put them under a bit of trouble, but a good job there made by Gabriel. Gabriel with the block. The captain just covering his defensive partners. Dublanc definitely seem to have the makings of the future of their back line. And the cross comes in, blocked away by the goalkeeper, not very confidently, but he blocked it away. And is that Gabriel chasing the ball down, harrying them in the corner, and defended by Committee. And the player goes down, and another foul, one in a dangerous area there. Substitution being made. Substitution for Goodwill Runnerz. And you have Imani Eli coming off. And we have number 8, Kushon Julian, coming in. Players just playing a bit too risky there, however, his teammates have come to help him, and he does a good job of getting around his man. Maiden Charles trying to steal the ball away, and in Committee, Dublanc gets something done. They are, and that's it. The last man, boy. Go! Well done, Sebastian. Yes, well done. Ball clear. And the ball just played out of bounds there. Tried to throw it past him there, but Alejandro is right there. And the 50-50, both players stop flat in their tracks. However, the Goodwill player is able to maintain possession and finds a teammate, and this teammate is able to take the ball beautifully away. Gets around two men, and they're driving forward. Goodwill Runnerz, they're down a goal. And the ball, oh, the pass tried into the striker there. Striker bundled off the ball there. However, Goodwill unable to keep the ball in play. And then it seems we have two substitutions coming in for Dublanc. And from what I can see, the goal scorer, Maiden Charles, is making his way off. Number 10, Jalil John Baptist, and number 4, Zain Daru. Daru coming on first. And we have number 24. 24 is the defender, Antoine. Emmanuel Antoine coming off. And you have, just to remind you, Jalil John Baptist. Jalil seems to have dropped in defense. And Zain Daru. Ball comes in, and the header is missed. And however, John Baptist and Louvain there. Could that have been a penalty? I mean, the defender does have his right to the ground, and the defender did not move. The ball went directly between his legs. However, the defender didn't really make any attempt to attack the defender. So you can say that was a very fair call. Player just trying to buy a goal scoring opportunity there. Goodwill able to get away. He gets around one. He gets around two, and the shot comes in, and it's a goal! A beautiful opportunity there, and again, the key matchup of the center for Dublanc finally letting them down. The first time in the game that these players have not really able to get the job done, and Thailand Theophil is the goal scorer. Has really made himself a nuisance for the entire game, has been playing midfield and been doing a lot of work defensively and offensively, and has basically single-handedly dragged his team back to a point. Good job there getting on his man. Goodwill getting into the game in these dying minutes. And the ball just played out of bounds on the far side. Dublanc just trying to stem the flow of this Goodwill Runnerz attack, but the throw-in comes in quickly. Theophil on the ball again, tries to go forward, and again wins his team another throw-in. And as we were just speaking of man of the match, Number 10 for the Goodwill Runners. Let me get his name for you again. Sheldon Seaman. In the first half, he had a much better outing. He was very attacking, very aggressive, got on the ball a lot, but I haven't really seen a lot of him here in the second half, as opposed to Theophil, who has really taken the game over. Nikon Johnson has also been someone to look out for in the Goodwill Runners midfield. However, it has really been Theophil who has gotten in and amongst the Dublanc defense. As you can see, he's all the way on the far side right now. The running throw in again, but this time the referees and the ball only goes out. Again, Sheldon just Seaman unable to really get into the flow of the second half.
Yes, bro! You find the ball!
And can't get the ball away. Shot comes in. Eventually, no. Very good defense. Player turned into pressure there. Nikon Johnson really putting his team under a lot of unnecessary pressure. And the player steps on the ball. And a very rush tackle going in, but the game is allowed to play. And eventually the foul is given. The ball comes in, misheaded by the defense. Tackle by committee. The ball goes forward. And again, the close play. Again, really. This is when Dublanc has really looked good on the ball, when they have taken their time to really knock the ball shilling for doing a good ball. Getting around this man. The ball goes forward. There's Zain Daru. And the ball played out there for a corner. The young man taking no chances at this late stage in the game. Alejandro not giving away an easy opportunity. Not a lot of time left. The game is winding down. Instructions coming in from the bench. Ball comes in and it was there to be taken on the back post, and Dublanc completely missed the header. Will that be the last meaningful action of this matchup? Will both teams have to settle for only 1 point? Will there be another opportunity to score a goal here? Oh, beautiful touch by the defender. Easily getting around this man. Seaman. Loses possession, gets it back. Seaman still has possession. Seaman tries to go forward, wins the foul. At least a reward for stubbornness. Seaman definitely was not giving up possession.
Come on, yes, hey. No, I don't know. Wait. Come on. No.
Ball comes in and it's coming in on the back post. He takes the control, it's tackled, it's bouncing around, and the shot, and it's just over the bar. The player just had to go with a little bit more conviction there. Very vicious tackle made there on the far side. Players down, being attended to. There is a medic on the side. Player just off the field for a bit. And that's the end of the matchup. And I must say it was a very entertaining game, but in terms of the man of the match, I think I have to give it to... And that's the end. And we'll see you next time.
It has to give me one man.